conference call today. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in portions to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must against these 10 offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. May I know who all have joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances and all glories to all your services, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Susmita Mataji, Om Shri Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Bali.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Gurudev, and all the assembled devotees. This is Nandapriya Narmada Devi Dasi from Charlotte, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shyama Gauri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shyama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Looking beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Radha Pramod Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 12th chapter and sloka number 15. Before handovering the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Ayan Prabhu for brief introduction of Prabhuji. Hare Krishna and Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Please take over.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Here's a very brief introduction for our dear speaker, His Grace Radha Pramod Das. Prabhuji came to Krishna consciousness in 2001 and got initiated in 2006 by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Prabhuji completed Bhakti Vedanta Vidyapith from BVRC. Prabhuji manages a preaching center in Hyderabad, trains and educates corporate youths, gives daily sessions on Asta TV and other local channels. Prabhuji also conducts online Bhagavatam sessions for many devotee groups across India and all around the world. Thank you, Prabhuji, for coming to this forum. And Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your valuable time and association to us this morning. And we are eagerly waiting to hear from you, Prabhu. Whenever ready, please take over the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Just a minute, Mataji. I'll just open the shloka.
Sure, Prabhu. Sure. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We can chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet. Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. A reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 12, entitled this 1 minute. This chapter name, the Perfect Society for Spiritual Classes, and we are reading text 15. Angau Gaura Atmani cha Sarva Bhuteshu Dokshajam Bhutai Swadhamabhi Pashet Apravishtam Pravishtavat. Agnav in the fire, Guru in the spiritual master, Atmani in oneself cha also, Sarva Bhuteshu in every living entity, Adokshajam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who cannot be seen or perceived with material eyes or material senses. Bhutai, with all living entities, Sarva Dhamabhihi, along with his lordship's paraphernalia, Pashet, one should see, Apravishtam, not entered, Pravishtavat, also entered. One should realize that in the fire, in the spiritual master, in oneself, and in all living entities, In all circumstances and conditions, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu has simultaneously entered and not entered. He is situated externally and internally as the full controller of everything. Purport. Realization of the Supreme Personality of Godhead omnipresence is the perfect realization of absolute truth to be attained through the study of Vedic literatures. As stated in Brahma Samhita, Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham. The Lord is situated within the universe, within the heart of every living entity, and also within the atom. We should understand that whatever the Supreme Person, whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present, He is present with all His paraphernalia, including His name, form, associates, and servant. The living entity in part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus one should understand that since the Supreme Lord also entered the atom, the living entities are also there. One should accept the inconceivable qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for no one can understand from the material point of view how the Lord is all pervasive and yet is situated in His own abode, Goloka Vrindavana. This realization is possible if one strictly follows the regulative principles of ashrama, brahmacharya, grahastha, vanabastha, and sannyas. Srila Madhvacharya says in this regard, apravishta sarvagataha pravishtatstva anurupavan evam dvairupo bhagavan harir eka janardanaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in His original form has entered everything. He has not entered everything, apravishta. But in His impersonal form, He has entered, pravishta. Thus, He has entered and not entered simultaneously. This is also explained in Bhagavad Gita, where the Lord says, Maya tadamidam sarvam jagatavyaktamurtina atsani sarvabhutani achaham teshavastitaha. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. The Lord can defy Himself. Thus, there is variety in unity. Ekatvam bahutvam. Sorry, ekatvam bahutvam. Om jnanatimirandasya jnananjanashalakaya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद यद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. I am very grateful for this opportunity to speak about Krishna for the purification of my heart. And this is a very important understanding. What is this understanding? Prabhupada is writing, realization of Supreme Personality of God's omnipresence is the perfect realization of absolute truth to be attained through the study of Vedic literature. So what need to be understood is the omnipresence. This is the perfect realization of absolute truth. We are all actually searching for the truth. What is a Brahmana? Brahmana is not by birth. Brahmana is not by because he got second initiation. that is called Dvija. Janmana jayate Shudra samskarat bhavet Dvija. When we get second initiation, we are Dvijas. And Veda patat bhavet Vipra. When we learn the Vedas, then we are called Vipra. And Brahma janat iti Brahman. Brahman here means the absolute truth. Now, the point here, what I wanted to explain here is this absolute truth. We need to have a perfect realization of absolute truth. And what is that perfect realization? When we realize the omnipresence of the Lord. He is present everywhere, all the time, all the places. That is very important to understand. Actually, I changed my laptop. So in this, there is, I don't have facility for writing. Previous one was good. That's why it is taking time in this. And apologize for not able to open immediately also. So I am opening. Previous one was good. That was simple laptop. So I apologize for it. But anyway, you try to not writing, but because when we write now, you see, then you remember also. But still, I'll try to tell some simple way, whatever possible. Now, what is more important? Brahmana means uh, he is not satisfied in his level of understanding. He's always trying to know more. He's always trying to learn more and more. One quality, if we want to know whether I'm a Brahmana or not, is we are learning every day. Brahmana means he learns every day. And we want to become what? More than Brahmanas, that is Vaishnavas. That means we have to every day hear something, not only just hear, we have to learn something new every day about Krishna. That is our expression of sincerity to the Lord. That, my dear Lord, I want to become closer to you. What is important to cultivate the desire to become closer to Krishna. That is not actually a very easy desire. How I know, like somebody asked that, okay, what is your purpose of life? What is goal of life? People say, oh, Prabhuji, I want to come back to God. But that has not had become a goal unless you see that goal 24/7 in front of you. Then only we can say it is our goal. Otherwise, it is not our goal. That means we are not yet seriously cultivated the desire yet. That I want to come back to God. The desire is not yet seriously cultivated. It's very big achievement if we can make that desire 24 hours in front of us, going back to God. That means so much emotion is involved in it, and then we act also. Anyway, that we'll discuss. But here the important thing is we need to learn every day about the truth. What is that absolute truth? We have to work on it every day. That is the task. That's why Nityam Bhagavata Seva. That means like Stephen Covey, he has 7 habits, right? In that for a successful person or what. So uh, one of the thing is uh, work with end in mind. We have to see the goal. Of course, that is already Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, but people understand the way he puts it. Krishna also told, he also tells, no, this Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. That is actually same only, but it is presented in different way. But the point here is that every day we are trying to remember our goal for 1 hour. At least the class is for 1 hour. 1 hour discussion means what? For 1 hour we are discussing. Okay, we are always looking at our goal. Back to God and back to God. We are working on it. We want to achieve it. That's why we need to hear it every day so that we develop the desire. So here we need to learn about absolute truth. We are all searching for the truth only. And that is the purpose. Realization of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then how you realize it? Okay, we should agree. Because what is the first shloka of Bhagavatam? Janmadhyasya tonvyaditarataschatvesha vignaswarat tene brahma hridayadi kave mukhyanti yat surya tejo vari mudamita vinimayotratra sargo musha dharna svena sada nirastokam satyam param. Param Satyam means absolute truth. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Dhimahi means what? Meditate. What we are meditating on? Satyam, the absolute truth. That is Krishna. That is the definition of that. And end, almost end shloka, just few shlokas Its ending shloka of Bhagavatam is also Satyam Param Deva. Sukadeva Goswami chants this. That means he's meditating on absolute truth. So what we have to do is meditate on absolute truth only. That is the purpose of our life. And absolute truth happened to be Krishna. The definition which is given by Vyasadeva in the first shloka matches with Krishna. And what is that absolute truth? It is omnipresence. Everywhere Lord is there. Now our philosophy is very personal. Right? Lord is a person and we want to please him. That means he should be a person. Then only you will be able to please. For impersonalists, it is quite easy for them. They don't have to please anyone. They just do whatever they like. But when it comes to devotees, we want to please some person. Like the tendency is there. Like I went to meet some temple, ISKCON, Hare Krishna movement. Then I was discussing. I said, see, you are working to please your authority. He said, yes. And the people below you are trying to work for your pleasure. He said, yes. That means ours is a personal philosophy. And you already take guidance from somebody above you. He said, yes. So that means you have a Siksha Guru and you want to please your Siksha Guru. That is, the system is the same thing. Like, no, we need to have a person above. Ours is philosophy like that. And then now the problem is, okay, if a person is there, how can a person be all the places? That is the question. I agree that, okay, Lord is a person. But you are telling he is everywhere. How is it possible? Then how can he have a form? Like if I ask, the wind, air is everywhere. If air is everywhere, can it have a form? It cannot have a form because it's everywhere. It is there in between the boxes, under the table, above, here, there, in my body. How can you form a shape for it? It's shapeless. It's completely something everywhere. How can it have a shape? But that is possible. That's why Andhantarastha Paramanu Chayandar. Lord is situated within the universe, within the heart of every living entity, also within the atom, and in between the atom also. That means Lord is everywhere. Supreme Person is of Godhead, is a person only present there, standing there. Now, it is quite difficult for us to conceive, but we should understand there is a higher level of understanding the truth. If you know that, if we can understand the truth in different way, I'll give an example. Means I am not giving example. I am trying to giving a different analogy. Through that, we understand this concept also. Like uh, when we when we are in a more subtle level, then our access is for a different level. We get access for more things. When it's in a more subtle way, then the access is more. Like we have uh, internet. Now through internet, we have access for, like, I am sitting here, but I am present in all of your laptops and mobiles. How are you are able to see me? This is because it is subtle. I am at one place, but I am able to. So you are at one place, but we are able to see all of us. We are able to be present in all the places. It's in a little subtle way. We have this technology we have developed. Now, for demigods also, if you go to the temples and they are worshipping the demigod, and Lord Shiva's temple are so many across India, and he is present everywhere and he reciprocates also. That means more subtler you go, more you have access for many places. Being at one place also, there is an access. It's in a more subtle way. That is how we understand that, okay, Lord can be present, and in a spiritual realm, this is possible. It is spiritual. He is everywhere. He can be present at one place and all the places also. Like the Goloka, where Krishna is doing Leela here, Same thing is seen, it is in another universe also, in another universe. All the universe Goloka is there. There is one Goloka only, but present everywhere. That is the technology, which is in a much more subtler level, like that. And there are like subtle things cannot be perceived so easily. It is not like we have three levels of existence: Adibhotika, Adidaivika, and Adhyatmika. And generally, we have access for Adibhotika only. And some people who are little more advanced, they get Adidaivika consciousness. They have access for it. Like we say about Vrindavan also, three types of Vrindavan are there, three levels. Like we go purchase a ticket and we can go to Vrindavan with all our bags, luggages, and all. That is one level of Vrindavan. But there is another level of Vrindavan, is Adi Daivika, where you can experience the subtle things. Like so many uh, saintly people, they have chanted in Vrindavan, they have performed their bhajan in Vrindavan. And when we go to that places, you will feel the effect. The subtle effect can be experienced when we are at the Adi Daivika level. And Adhyatmika is directly spiritual. That is a spiritual realm of Vrindavan, where you can directly see the Leelas happening in Vrindavan around, which we don't have access. Even the second level also, very few people have access, who are very, very sincerely doing their sadhana. Slowly, slowly they experience that, oh, this is some very spiritual vibration. And they can immediately sense, like, they can feel the effects very fast. They are very pure. For them, it is easy to access them based on the purity of their mind. If we are not pure, we cannot get access for them. We don't feel only. Very gross persons who are very gross. Like nowadays, very few people will like very nice Sanskrit shlokas, and people, they are very gross. They like some rock music or very hard and other things. Very few people attend Carnatic music and Bharatanatyam nowadays. Still in India, some culture is there, people are attending, but it is reducing. When they start doing this Bharatanatyam and all, they are doing mix of it. Like as in many places nowadays, they are doing Bharatanatyam half, and the same music they are doing modern dance also with the same dress. I was thinking, no, because they want to please the audience. That is the point. But the point is, no, the person more subtle, he experiences a different level of pleasure, and more is on a subtle level. And Lord is, we should understand that whatever the whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present with all his paraphernalia. The living entity is part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Thus, one should understand that since the Supreme Lord has entered the atom, the living entities are also there. That means we are part of Lord. Wherever Lord is there, we are also there in one way, because we are in Him. Anyway, this cannot be understood by theoretical understanding, cannot come. No matter how much I explain about honey or gulab jamun or some other wonderful sweet or any food item, unless we eat it, we cannot know it. Similarly, this understanding, I am also theoretical when I didn't realize omnipresence of the Lord. For me also it is theory. But what I want to tell is that this realization is possible when we start doing our sadhana. That realization should come for us. Paramatma realization. This is basically is Paramatma realization and Brahman realization also. Then Paramatma realization. Then Bhagavan realization. So for a devotee, all the realizations come. It is not that no, we make a shortcut. Shortcut is not going to work. There is no like I just followed something and at the end of life. No, they have to get this realization, and that will help them to become more like there. That is a process. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. That realization. Now, slowly, we as devotees, we start understanding. Yes, it's all Lord's. At least we should know that it is Lord's. Otherwise, what happens is we try to attract. If we get this realization, important point of the class. You remember this one point. End of the class. This should be remembered. If we get this realization, omnipresence, that means Lord is everywhere and it belongs to Lord. Then what we will not do is try to attract that object to ourselves. Instead, we want to get attracted to Krishna. Now what is happening now? Presently, we want to attract things to ourselves. I need to have a villa, 3 BHK, Mercedes car, iPhone, girl, boy, children, marriage, house, followers. I should have Instagram followers. What we are trying to do, because we are not seeing whom it belongs to, we want to take it for ourselves. But when we know that it belongs to somebody, then we will not, like, say I am at a parking and the big car is standing there. Some Mercedes car, whatever big car, a Jaguar or whatever. So I come and I stand beside the car, putting my hand on it. And when people are going, they think that it is my car. Now I am trying to pretend that I don't know whose car, but I am just putting my hand. But now, because of which people think that it is my car. Similarly, in this world, we don't know who this property belongs to. Then we are trying to capture it, to make it part of. We are trying to take the position of Krishna, trying to attract all the things to ourselves. But when we know it is Krishna, instead of attracting things and people to us, we want to get attracted by Krishna. We want to get attracted towards Krishna with his Rupa, Guna, Leela, and all these things. That is very important. So this understanding, whether we got this Brahman realization or not, when we give up the desire attitude to attract things and people to ourselves, I need sufficient bank balance. That means it is all for me. So the tendency is very strong. Me, mine, aham, mameti. This tendency is actually will go away if a person gets the realization. It says, no, it does not belong to me anyway. And any object we see, we want to give it to Krishna only. We don't want to take it because it does not belong to me. Like nowadays, like there is no honesty. People previously they were very honest, and slow. That's why the exploitative mentality is. Now it is so much. Like in the game, sports and all, they need to have a referee, umpire, and nowadays I heard in cricket, they previously also we used to have a third umpire, and in the camera they have to see again and again whether this fellow is out. Or sometimes the ball touches the bat and it is caught. Now the person who is honest, the batsman, he should just leave. Okay, I'm out. He should go. But he does not go. I want to check whether that fellow will really give me out. I said, Mary, be honest now. That is not there anymore. People are not honest. That's why you need cameras in all directions to prove, and in offices and everywhere, because people are not honest. They lost it, and they want to take Krishna's property, put on their name, everything in my name, everything in my name. Then what will happen? That ahankara is actually the main reason why we are caught in this material world. But when we give up, then we can give up that ahankara. That ahankara is the key for the prison, which is locking us here. And that is represented by Ravana, who is capturing Sita, representing the living entity. As long as the ahankara is there, we are captured. And this ahankara is why? Because we don't understand this concept, omnipresence of the Lord. Lord is there everywhere. He is watching. Even normal bad things, good things people do, they are not very honest in the dealings, especially in Kali Yuga. This is very prominent. They're not very honest in the dealings. They cheat. Like we are in Vrindavan, and the taxi wala or the rickshaw wala, we ask him how much. If it is say 10 rupees, and if a Russian or some foreigner comes and asks him, we say 100 rupees. Arey, it is 20 rupees you take, it is 10 rupees, you take 20. But they want to cheat. They take 100, sometimes 200 for no reason. I feel like this is exploitation. It's not fair. Of course, they will get whatever. We don't know what will happen to it. But the point is not fair. It is not. It's so much cheating, and they badly get cheated. And people think that they are making good money by cheating. Why? They think nobody is watching, na? That is why. If they know that Lord is watching, they'll be careful. What happens? I cheat and make money, and then the college will cheat and take the money in the name of education. They don't give much, but they take it. Doctor will cheat, and some other people will cheat. Because I cheated, the money which I got is wrong. Then what will happen? It will affect. First thing it affects is our mind. The reactions are different. Any money we got in a wrong way, it affects our mind. We become very unhappy. It's not possible to be happy cheating money. Now, why I am telling this point is because people don't understand that Lord is watching every time. They want to cheat, so they remain unhappy. So this is the some of the effects are like that. We know that Lord is present, then we will be careful. We know it all belongs to Lord. We'll be very careful. I know it does not belong to me. It's Lord's. How can I put my big names and claiming proprietorship over it? It is foolishness, right? But unfortunately, this happens. People are trying to attract things towards them instead of giving to Krishna. If I see a flower, I don't want to keep it myself. I want to offer it to Krishna. If any time we go to market, big bazaar, market, or whatever shopping malls, when we are looking at objects, we should always have this consciousness. Let me take it for the service of Krishna. I want to purchase some items here. We should never go for ourselves. We should always go for the Lord. Let me offer good items to the Lord. Let Lord take good items, and then whatever remains, we'll also get it. But the consciousness should be like that. At one point, we will go anytime. The shopping should be done for the Lord. Our things, we have to spend little time, but more time for the Lord. That makes us happy. That means the desire to serve should develop. When we know it's all Lord's, He's already giving so much. I should be grateful. He already gave us so much. He's giving us eyes to see, ears, nose, tongue, and we are able to eat, and so many things already gave. We be grateful and try to serve and assist Him in whatever uh, possible. That is very any go to market, purchase vegetables. You say, "Okay, let me do this type of subjects to the Lord today." Our consciousness should be all because it all belongs to Lord. Oh, Lord has so many varieties of vegetables here. So let Lord enjoy it. And what should I do? If you don't know how to make that item, you go to YouTube, learn it, and offer it to the Lord. Then we'll be very happy. That is actually Brahman realization, not even Paramatma Bhagavan realization. Knowing that everything is His, it should be in His service. So, in that way, our mind is not in anxiety. We'll be very, very peaceful, calm, happy, satisfied, because there is no anxiety to attract any object to me. I go to the market, it's nothing to me, it's all for Krishna. And for me, yeah, whatever Krishna has, that's whatever He gives, let me take it. That will make us very happy. So it's simple things, but very, very important. We need to follow this. That means we can say we have achieved. What is Brahman realization? Person is very peaceful and calm in Brahman. And we can be here also Brahman realized. We just have to stop fighting against Krishna because it belongs to Him. We are trying to compete with Him and take everything. And Lord, what Lord does? Lord, he is in the form of time. Lord does not directly fight. He arranges time factor. That is him only. Kalosmi Lokach. So what we are doing, we are fighting with time. We are trying to take, and Lord is coming in the form of time. And what time does? Takes away everything. So this is the unfortunate situation. We are fighting life after life after life. We are fighting, and we are parabhavastavad. Every time we get defeated, and again we try again. Now we stop fighting. That's why Prahlad Maharaj says, if you want to be happy, what he said? Don't try to be happy. You will be happy. That means you stop fighting against the Lord. You stop struggling because you know Lord is everywhere. It's all His. Let Him enjoy. All the things we'll make for Him. House, yes, I'll have a good house. But for what? To keep deities, invite the Lord, serve Him. And then we want a big hall. Why? We can invite devotees for kirtan, and we have a big kitchen. For what? Cook nice feast, offer to the Lord, serve devotees. That at least we should have a desire to do it. Whether Lord want to give it or not, it is up to Him. But we should have a desire to do it. That is very important. Then we are getting this realization. Here it is said, one should realize that in fire, in spiritual master, in oneself, in all living entities, in all circumstances, all conditions, he is already there. We need not fight with him. We just serve him. So in that way, we will be very uh, very peaceful and happy. What is the realization people get when they are in Brahman? That realization we will easily get by practicing this. That much pleasure we can easily experience, right? And the living entity is part and parcel, yes. One must accept the inconceivable quality of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for no one can understand from the material point of view how the Lord is all pervasive and is situated in His own abode. Sarvata Panipadam Tat Sarvatopi Kshiromata. Sarvatasmitin Loke Sarvam Avritatishta. He is everywhere. So when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was showing Mahaprakash Advaita Acharyas, because he is Paramatma, he is only Paramatma. That is asking, how is it possible? You are everywhere, I want to see the form. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows this form. So it is inconceivable. We cannot understand how is it possible. It is possible. It's possible for the Lord. He can be at a time in all places. And for no one can understand from the material point of view. So our mind, our way of thinking is material point of view only. We cannot think from spiritual point of view. Because I told we are mostly at the level of Adi Bhautika only. So Adi Daivika level also not many people have access. What to speak of Adhyatmika? It is quite a far. It is not possible like that. It's not so easy to get that level. But by practicing slowly, one day we come to that level. So this realization is possible if one strictly follows the regulative principles. This is for us, our principles are what? Bhakti principles we will follow. And this is when a person is following karma yoga, then this realization come in karma yoga, they get Brahman realization. They understand, yes. Then they can take sannyas nicely. So that's a brahmacharya, grahastha, vanapastha, and then sannyas. Sannyasi means he has realized this. He stopped struggling. We stop struggling because we know, yes, it won't work anyway. So what is the point in struggling? We will do whatever is needed for maintaining body, that much only we do. After that, we don't struggle because it is not a worth. It's all waste. We have done it many times. Then what happens now? We experience a higher level of happiness. That is the point. And Lord is entering Apravishta Pravishta. So he is not entered and he has entered also. It is not to confuse. Like, what is this? Either you tell why we have problem is we have a logical brain. It gets only binary way. Yes or no. Either you tell either he entered or he didn't enter. How can it be both? Our brain, our logic don't suit, and Lord is beyond logic. That's why it is not possible. Like say now, if I am making some statement, then we start thinking in a logical way, in a very rational way, and especially when it comes to uh, we are got in modern education, it is much more complicated. Everything is explained in that way only, very rational way. We cannot understand, and it's not something magical. Also, it is spiritual. And he says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyaktam matstani sarvabhutani nachaham tejavasita. So in a Paramatma form, he is there everywhere. But when he says, I am not there, that means he is not there as Bhagavan form. That means he is performing Leela and all that he will not do. He is doing the activities of Upadrishta Anumanta only in this case. He is overseer and sanctioner Paramatma. He does not do any Leela. Like as a Paramatma, he will not come and kill the demons. He is delivering the devotees. Paramatma does not do. He just Upadrishta Anumanta Bhakta Bhakta Mahesh. So this is the job as Paramatma does. But as Bhagavan, he performs all the Leela. He is doing activities. This is also to be understood. When he said yes and no also, both is possible. And ours is, that is the formula. Like problem with the materialistic people is they say everything is matter, nothing is connected to consciousness. Consciousness is a product of the combination of chemicals. This is second point, try to remember. First I told, if you get this realization, three things. Of course I am not able to write, I'm sorry. In this I don't have that facility, somehow it does not open. So the first thing is you have to remember, when we get this realization, we are very peaceful and happy. Why? Because we stop struggling. We understand, yes, everything belongs to me.
Prabhuji, if I open, can you write like that? Is it? I think there is option like that. If I open
Uh,
it, if you can be right. I'm just asking if it helps you.
uh, I will just check. Actually, I want to write in OneNote, but it's not opening in my laptop. That is the point. I don't know. I can write in your laptop. Yeah, maybe. I
Open whiteboard, I guess you can write it, Prabhuji.
what? Okay, Mata, you can type it.
Okay, Prabhuji, that's fine. We'll leave it. Let's go. Let's go like this then.
Okay, whiteboard. I will try to. So this we become peaceful. Why we are peaceful? We stop struggling. Second thing is we try not to attract things towards us, things and people. So this is the second thing. That means we don't want to become Krishna. And now when it the third thing is there are three ways of looking at these things. So this is very, very important point. Here trying to attract things and people towards us is we are trying to take the position of Krishna. I explained that. Now the third point is how we should look at this world. See, one way of looking at this world is of the scientist or modern materialistic people. Not materialistic, because the scientific way, the science what they are teaching now is that materialistic only, we can say in one way, because they say everything is matter and nothing to do with consciousness. Consciousness is the product of matter. So here we are seeing three ways of so in this three ways of looking at this. So in this, the first way is what the materialistic way. So this is materialistic. Materialistic is, they say, nothing to do with mind. What am I? I don't. What happened to the notes? I typed. Let it be. So okay, try to remember. It's not very difficult, but very important. Please understand this concept now. This is very important to understand. Like they say that we have to just, we can uh, be nothing to do with mind. Mind don't have connection with matter. That is the way that is explained by uh, uh, that is what is explained by the materialistic scientists. They say, no, don't worry about all these things. It is just matter only. Because it is matter, it does not matter whatever is happening. So that is their understanding. But second way is the impersonalist. What they say is everything depends on your mind. If you think whatever you want, you will get it. You will achieve it. This is an impersonal. They say it's all in your mind only. So if I don't have a Mercedes car, that means I did not create it. Now what you have to do, they have some few steps. You just have to close your eyes, do deep meditation, calm yourself, and then you start meditate on your dream, whatever you want to achieve. Say you want to have a Mercedes car. Now you start thinking about the desire. And you have to so much make your desire part of yourself and start living in that way. And then when you intensely meditate on it, and immediately in your garage, you can find a Mercedes car. If you did not find, that means you have not intensely meditated on your desire. That means, according to them, is it is your mind that creates the reality. Whereas materialistic scientists, they say there is nothing to do with the mind. It's all matter only. There is no connection. From matter only comes the mind. Whereas Mayavadi says nothing to do with matter. It's all in your mind. The mind is creating whatever you are seeing as reality. This is Buddhist and impersonalist. Now, what is devotee's way? Now, any meditation, vipassana, or all this, mindful living and whatever, this Raja Yoga, this, that, everybody has this understanding only. That means you can change the reality. You just have to put focus on that desire. Just meditate on your desire and you will achieve it. They have few steps in helping you achieve your desire. And this modern people, they say no, nothing to do meditation, all this thing. Just work hard, you get it, because everything is matter and everything depends on matter. And another extreme is these people who will say everything is in your mind only, nothing reality. In now, if you don't have Mercedes, they say in your creation, what you have now, you don't have Mercedes, but when you again recreate your creation, then you can have a better creation with Mercedes car and all, like that. But Vaishnava ways, it's a synthesis. It is not like materialistic, it is not like Mayavada. Our meditation is, we say matter is independent, the matter is dependent on our consciousness, But we cannot let, it's not that for Mayavadis, matter is not real. Please try to understand. For Mayavadis, matter is not real. But for us, matter is real. For materialist sciences, matter is real, but nothing connection to consciousness. For us, matter is real, but connected to consciousness. That means we say, if I change my consciousness, then the situation changes outside. Because it is real situation. Mayavadi say it is not real, it's an imagination. It is just your mind only showing you this. Matter is not real. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, they say. It is not real. For us, it is real. We can change the reality by changing conscience. If there is a husband is in a particular way, wife is certain way, mother-in-law, children, boss, neighbors, my situations, it is all the product of our consciousness. If I improve my consciousness, then the situation around Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. A whole world is very Sukhayate. Why it is Sukhayate? Because my consciousness is pure. Cheto Darpana Marjana. When we start chanting the holy name, purify the heart, then we'll be able to see a reality in a much better way. And we can be more happy. Same situation. Situation will not change, did not change for Arjuna. What changed? Consciousness changed. Because of changing consciousness, Arjuna was very happy. Initially, he was not able to hold even his Gandiva also. His hands were shivering. He was sweating. He was crying. His hairs are standing up. He was getting such bad symptoms. If you go to any doctor, he will definitely give 1 week sick leave. He said, no need to come to office. Just take rest. You're too sick. Arjuna was in that state of stress where his hands are shivering, could not hold his Gandhi also, slipping from his hand. But then did Krishna change the situation for him? No. What he changed? Consciousness of Arjuna is changed. The same activity he did. That means for us also, what we have to work as a Vaishnavas is to change our consciousness. Then we can affect the reality. All the time we are struggling for what? Struggling to change the external situations. Maybe my house is not good. I need to have bigger house. And I struggle for it. Better job, struggle for it. Better city, struggle for it. Better family situation. All the time we are struggling because we want to change external. But there should be another struggle which is very important, and more energy should be given to it. How? We have to change our consciousness. Then the situation changes. That is how it is. Like, no, the butterfly got a desire, sorry, caterpillar got a desire to fly. And no, it went into cocoon. Then, because of that situation, it could fly. Similarly, the change is internal. When we go within and work on ourselves, the external situations will be different. The, means our approach will be different. The situation will be same, but our approach is changed. We understand, yes, this is something which I need to work upon. That is very important. So here, when we are understanding this reality, that how everything is connected to Lord, it is real. It's not imaginary. So clear Bhagavatam is telling, Lord is there everywhere. Pravishta. That means He is there in this matter. If Lord is there in the matter, means that is real. It is not imaginary. And it has an effect with our consciousness, which scientists don't accept. Maya, they say matter is all unreal. You just have to change consciousness, everything, whatever you are saying. So we have a synthesis of it. That is how a proper way. Like people go to Vrindavan and they start, nowadays this become popular, no? They started meditating, no? We will meditate on the presence of Lord, some leelas or some, we will try to always think about the leela. We should not do like that. That is all impersonal meditation. uh, so we say Bhakti Pravesh, Bhakti Sadachar, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vedanta, and then there is Bhakti Nirvishesh. So people who are doing such type of meditation when they come to Vrindavan and all, that is Bhakti Nirvishesh they are doing. That is not actually the proper way. Proper way is We just have to go with the methods which Prabhupada gave. You not push anything. It's not actually proper meditation. The tendency is to force by changing my imagining that leelas I can enter into leela. No, it does not happen like that. We just have to work in changing the consciousness. Leelas will automatically start appearing and all these things. So the point here is by knowing how the Lord is present everywhere, how Lord is uh, Lord is the controller, He is the enjoyer. We don't try to become Krishna. We don't try to attract things to Krishna. We got Brahman realization. We are very peaceful. And not only that, second thing, we know how to change. The situation is changed within ourselves. Any problem, sit peacefully, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Intensify the desire to get purified and to serve better. That is what we have to ask for. If I want to, I just have to ask Krishna, give me opportunity to serve you nice. And by asking that, Krishna will change the situation. If it is not favorable for my service, he will change it. Na? Because this situation I am not able to do service. Yeah, then chant nicely. Then Krishna will change this. He may make it more favorable and we can do much better service. Yeah, I am speaking something which is not in which is I am not having that much realization, but at least theoretically I am trying to explain, and this is how it works. Yeah, so we have discussed 3-4 points, but Lord is there, Lord is not there. Thank you. Any questions, comments can we take now?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class.
Right.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If you have any questions or any realization, please raise your hand. I can see hand raises. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, would you like to go ahead, Mataji?
Yes, sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. Very practical class, always the practical situations that we face in our life, how to get rid of those problems. You always give very nice examples, Prabhuji. Very grateful for that. So, Prabhu, you are saying we have to understand omnipotency of the Lord, that everything belongs to the Lord and we should not take any credit. But do I love the Lord because Lord possesses everything? Lord is going to ultimately give it to me, or do I love the Lord without expecting anything? So this, can you explain this one, Prabhuji, so that material mind, right? We should not hanker for the Lord just because Lord has everything. Okay, I am a devotee of Krishna. Krishna is going to give me everything. So our material mind should not run behind this. So how to we'll escape from this kind of misunderstanding and just allow Krishna for purely without any desire.
Till the stage of Bhava, there is false ego for a living entity. He always thinks for himself. Even now, I want Krishna Prem, but that is also selfish desire only. Because I want it, because I am suffering here. I want to get rid of suffering. I will go to Goloka and enjoy with Krishna. So that is also in one level selfish. So slowly, with our sadhana, we get purified. Then our desires become more pure. Now the desire to go back from back to it is also in one level selfish only, because I want to get rid of it. But when we start doing, then the desire to get free from suffering, the desire to get something for ourselves will start reducing. At stage of Nishtha, our false ego becomes very less. Then we stop thinking about ourselves and more we start thinking about for the pleasure of Krishna. Whether I get or not does not matter, because I want to give pleasure to Krishna. Let Krishna be happy. Are so much inconvenience for body to go all the way, bring the item, cook for Krishna. No matter, I'll do it because Krishna will be happy. And what I get, I don't get anything, no problem, because I want to make it. So slowly, the desire to please Krishna intensifies. So then we stop thinking about ourselves. Initially, most of the time we are thinking about ourselves also. Even if we want Krishna and all, ultimately it is for me only. So the selfishness is still there, but it takes time to go away. But the process is same. We are doing the same proper process, no problem.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So, constant sadhana and the blessings of devotees, definitely this desire would go away. And I really like the point that you made, that how Krishna does not change the situation but changes our consciousness in that situation. So true, Prabhuji. So many times we pray that Krishna, please remove out this problem. But then I am not sure how many times he took away, but he gave me strongness to face that situation. That is really true, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Very grateful to you. And that way we will get to more understanding that if we pray to Krishna, it's not that our problems goes away, but we will be able to face that problem and move forward in our life. That understanding helps us be strong in Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Two things actually happens after the problem. Now when we look back, we think, "Arey, it was not such a big problem. I was so much affected by it for no reason." And second thing happens is when we are go through the problem, that is the time we made maximum progress in bhakti also. So two things happens. Either we made much progress, and now when we look back about the like what was problem for me like 2 years back, now I think what it is not a problem only. It's okay. I was like that time it was like big thing. Now it's no more. So now whatever we are feeling some big thing, after some time we feel "Arey, it's not a big deal only. Why I was unnecessarily tensed." And same thing, we make maximum progress also when we went through problem. So both ways Krishna helps.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So true, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Very grateful to you, Prabhu.
Correct.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji, for asking the question. I can see one more hand raised from Sindhu. Mataji, would you like to go ahead? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Your class was very beautiful, very deep. I didn't understand many of the things. I'll have to go back and listen to the recording. Very subtle things you discussed, which is very deep for complete understanding. My question is, Prabhu, that we were talking about the 3 levels of realization, right? Brahman realization, Paramatman realization, and Bhagavan realization. I've had conflicting answers and understanding as to how a devotee goes through these stages. One understanding initially what I had was that we don't have to go through Brahman and Paramatman. As a devotee, we only have to go through, the only realization is the Bhagavan realization. But is it in stages that we have to go through Brahman, Paramatman, and then only we have, Bhagavan has both of these included, but is it in stages that we go that, I first see the effulgence, then I understand that Paramatma is there, and then I understand Bhagavan? Because as per the ISKCON philosophy, we directly talk about the personal form of the Lord always, right? So is it that I understand directly Bhagavan realization and the understanding of Brahman effulgence? Yes, it is the effulgence from the body of the Lord. Paramatma, because he is in everything, omnipresent. Is it top to down or bottom to top is my question, Prabhu.
What happens is, Mataji, Brahman realization not just we are seeing the light. Brahman realization means, that's what I was discussing. Brahman realization means to understand that everything is the whole, it's all energy of the Lord. So that is also Brahman realization. Everything is Brahman. Basically, Brahman realization is whatever you are seeing is Brahman. That is, everything is Krishna. So when you know that everything is Krishna's, then how you respond to it? If you realize that, now I know theoretically everything belongs to Krishna, but still I want my Mercedes car. It should be on my name. How should be my name? That means I don't have that realization because I want they want to have property on myself.
Okay.
If I have that realization, then I know nothing belongs to me. I know I'll not be envious of my neighbor if he has a big villa or a big car. Because I know it's nothing belongs to us. It's all Brahman. It's all Supreme Lord. So that means you already have that realization. So a devotee is getting that realization of Brahman realization is getting anyway. And as a Paramatma is seeing Paramatma in all living entities, is respecting every living entity. That means if I am having that realization of Paramatma, my behavior, my way of dealing with the things and people around is also changed. That means I got Paramatma realization also. A devotee gets this realization and he behaves in that particular way.
Okay. Okay.
So, and then
Okay.
he gets Bhagavan realization, he experiences love. He says, yes. So
Correct.
he's experiencing that love with Krishna as a personal relationship. So there is a realization of this anyways happening in Bhakti. So we are going through the realizations. Going through realizations, we are behaving in that way. If I get that realization, if he is behaving in this way, that means he got realization of Paramatma.
Okay. Okay. So the worshipable Lord for us is the personal form of the Lord. But as we are doing that, these are the maturity of the consciousness where we are getting all these realization.
Yes,
Correct?
we could the Bhagavatam also, all the different cantos, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur explains that there are
Mm.
7 ways of understanding the truth.
Okay.
So when you are in the third canto and all, you
Mm.
are getting this realization, Paramatma understanding you are getting.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then you are getting different cantos, you are progressing to get the personal form of Krishna. First is Nirakara, then no, then there is a doubt whether the absolute truth exists or not.
Mm.
Brahma is searching here, there, and the lotus, who is the
Mm.
absolute truth. And then there is impersonal understanding like Hiranyakashipu, I should
Mm.
not die here, there, up, down. It's an impersonal understanding. Then there
Mm.
is a understanding Lord as a person but no energies, and Lord with
Mm.
energies, the two
Mm.
female counterpart, Lakshmi and Narayana. Then you
Mm.
get a Lord with Parakiya Bhav, Radha and Krishna, that is the 10th canto. So the
Mm.
different
Mm.
levels of understanding the truth, which Bhaktisiddhanta 7 levels he explains that you understand the truth at different levels by going through Bhagavatam. So in that way we get
Okay.
that realization. Our behavior also will be like that. Like now say, if somebody gets that realization that, oh, Lord is in all living entities,
Mm.
he is Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. He's so,
Mm.
he
Mm.
is a well-wisher of all living entities.
Mm.
That means
Right.
he has that realization.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhu. I always had that confusion that it is stages or a platform. You have to reach that, then you go. It is actually the consciousness which is going through that, and our worshipable Lord is still the personal form. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. It's very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Umakant Prabhu, would you like to go ahead? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Nana
Krishna.
Pranam. How are you doing?
Yes.
So, how are you doing, Prabhu? All is well.
Yes.
So, just one question, a small question. So, thing is that, see, last time when I heard, apart from the point which you have raised earlier, you said, no, that when problems arise, we have to change our consciousness. There is one more additional point to it, which I just wanted to highlight. Thing is that whenever there is a problem, we should think that there is always a good around the problem, and there is always a good in the problem, and always there is a good from the problem. Okay, so it happens only when there is a change in consciousness. Otherwise, it does not happen. Okay, so that is additional to the point when the problem arises in our life. Okay, should be our perspective of thinking. Okay, so just wanted to add it. So secondly, is that one question I have this been having in my mind. Thing is that, see, money in the hands of good people. For example, Prabhuji, I give you 100 crore rupees in your hand. Okay, Prabhu. So I'm sure what you will do. I'm sure you may build a very good another ISKCON temple in Hyderabad or any other temple in Vrindavan. Okay, near Vrindavan, or make a specific arrangements for all the devotees to travel there. So it is said that money in the hands of good people will do tremendous good to the society. Am I right or wrong, Prabhu?
Yes,
And money
yes.
in the hands of a bad person. For example, usually though we are devotees, every devotee is talking about non-material consciousness. Means, you should not be materially attracted, or you should not have any kind of a desire. But we are saying materialistic people, devotees are non-materialistic, and the people who are materialistic are thinking of earning more money, and they are fulfilling their selfish desires. Okay. So what my question is, what I'm saying, why should a devotee should not think about making money and utilize it for the Vaishnava Seva, Go Seva, and constructing of temples, distributing of things. For example, you are a orator, the money can be pumped to the temples where there is a lack of money, and it can be promoted for good activities. No, but why we are turning out to be non-materialistic, and the people who are materialistic are selfish and they're fulfilling their own sensual pleasures and sensual desires. Why we are running away? Wherever we read the books, it is said that one should be non-materialistic, and even our acharyas are also non-materialistic. They're living their wealth and they're just surviving on the basic needs. Why it is like that? If you give me, I give you 100 crores, you'll make good only because you're a devotee already. So we should also think in that direction, no, that money should come to me and through me some good activities should happen, not for my sense gratification, but for the for the benefiting of the devotees, Vaishnava Seva, Go Seva, etc. What is wrong in it, Prabhu? This kind of mentality. Tell me.
That is not wrong, but it is based on. It is based on. 1 minute, I'm muting you because you are hearing on speaker. It is not wrong, bro. But the problem is, na, if you give 100 crores, I'm not sure what will happen to me. Why I'm telling is because there is always a risk. Why devotees, na, when they qualify, then they take this risk. So if you give me 1-2 lakhs, it is easy for me. 100 crores, what my thought process will come, whether I'll get sleep or not, also is not guaranteed. Because I'm not qualified to handle so much, then Krishna will not give. Krishna gives. For a devotee, for Prabhupada, he was giving crores and crores of rupees. He knows every 1 rupee will be used in his service. So it's not, sometimes what happens, I'll give examples of some devotees who are very successful. They were getting in a very less time, they were getting so much money and all. Immediately what happened is their consciousness changed. They start offending their guru, they stop listening to their guru, and they started doing whimsically. Now they got so much success in less time, they were getting so much money, funds and all. Then their mind started getting contaminated because this Janma Ishwarya Shuta Sribir Yedamana Mata Puman Naivartham Abhidatamai Tvam Akinchana Gochara. Kunti Maharani is telling Janma Ishwarya Shuti Sri, they will immediately get into the head. The false ego starts boosting, a person becomes proud. There is risk is there, that's why Krishna does not give. Not the devotees, some of them they want to build a temple, and sometimes it takes 10 years, 20 years. Krishna does not give any donations, only he's trying to ask here, but Krishna does not give. Why he does not give? Because the risk is that he may get intoxicated with that success, money. There's always a risk in it. That's why Krishna takes care of his devotee by not giving. Because now it is easy for me if I get less money, but I am not sure if I get more money. I cannot handle only. I know it what will happen to me. So Krishna knows this much is sufficient, that is given, so I am safe. If I get more talent, say somebody gets very good talent of speaking or singing, then they will, instead of doing bhakti, they'll start earning money by singing. Hare Krishna gave me good voice to sing, to glorify him. But instead of that, I make good albums singing Krishna's kirtans, and I go here, there performing and making money. That is not why Krishna gave me the talent. Got a talent to give good katha. Instead of glorifying Krishna, I'll arrange Bhagavad kathas and earn money. For that, Krishna did not give me talent for speaking. Same thing, somebody has a talent to make money, and he starts making money but putting on his name instead of making a temple and whatever good things you have told. So it does not happen all the times. Many devotees who got talents and who got success, they got distracted. So there is a risk because our mind is not completely pure. When you come to the stage of Nishta or cross the stage of Nishta, then even if you get money and all, it is not risky. So that time Krishna gives, and he is giving also to devotees who are at that level. He gives so much success. Even like many of the big gurus and sannyasis, they also fell down from their position because of success, untimely success. There is risk. Yes, bro.
So, if you look at the Ford guy, so what I'm saying, the owner of the Ford has also been donating huge funds for the development. That is okay. Next point. But I'm saying, for example, if you are getting 1 crore of rupees, okay, for example, and you think that let my money get purified, I'll give 20% of this amount to Lord, okay, for the seva. So don't you think that the rest of the amount will be purified and my mind will also be purified by donating the amount of percentage to service of Lord? It will not happen like that for the seva of Vaishnava seva.
No, it is only karma yoga, bro. It is not bhakti. Bhakti means 100%. All 1 crore should go to Krishna. Then only it is bhakti. Not 20%. 20% you are doing means you are doing karma yoga. We don't want to do karma yoga. We want to do bhakti. We want to give 100% to Krishna. So that's why Krishna gives only which I can give 100% to him, that much only he gives me. See, if I have some little bit, I am able to speak. If I am a good speaker, I am a good kathakar, then what will be there? Instead of giving Bhakti Sangha class, this time I will go and give some Bhagavad Sapta and I will make 20 lakh rupees. So Krishna does not give, he knows. So 100% we should give, then only it is Bhakti. It is Sarva Dharman Parityajya. You have to surrender. You have to give 100%. So for us, whatever Krishna is giving is just for maintaining the family. He knows 100% he will not give me. I'll give you whatever is needed for the family. He will maintain it. Remaining time, at least he will give to me. Like that.
Okay, Prabhu, got it.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, I can see in chat, Hemangi Mataji is asking, his consciousness depends on hearing, Prabhuji?
Yes, it is mostly on hearing only. What we are hearing, whom we are hearing, and whom we are attached to. When we hear, we should be attached to the person whom we are hearing and will become like them.
And because Astya Prabhu, I think here he's writing a question, but it is not more clear. Prabhu, would you like to ask your question and unmute yourself? Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class, Prabhu. So many realizations, so many points you gave, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So first, with your permission, can I tell few points, Prabhu, what you have discussed?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. And so one should have the desireness to solve, devotees always have that 24 hours desire, that thinking should be always there, that how can I serve Lord? And you said every time we should think that Krishna is omnipresent. He is looking everywhere, and whatever we are doing, every time he is seeing everything. So by that realization, one should desire to serve the Lord. And three things happens. You told that peace, we will become peaceful, and we will not try to attract things for our own sense pleasure. Instead, the that purpose will be different. Means always we will think that okay, everything belongs to Krishna, so this is Krishna's property. And three ways of looking to the world, you said, Prabhu. The materialistic way. The second is you explained about matter, how means everything is matter according to the Buddhist philosophy, or the Mayavadi philosophy. Everything is mithya. But according to our devotees devotees thinking, how should we think? It is a different way. Matter depends on our consciousness. Matter is real, but you said if change the reality by changing the consciousness. Cheto darpana marjanam, you said, if we can change our consciousness, then if the outside surrounding problem will be the same, but our approach to the problem will be different. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and assistance to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
I need your number, Prabhu. I need some suggestion and advice from you. So
Yeah,
I will
I'm
ask
sending
to
in the
bring
chat box, Mataji. I'm writing my number.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
I have shared in the chat box.
Prabhuji, I like the point that you mentioned. It's matter, that's why it doesn't matter to us.
Yeah.
There is
Thank
one
you,
more
Prabhu.
raised hand in the last group.
Hare Krishna. Hemangi Gopeswari Mataji, would you like to go ahead, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Is Prabhuji still there? I can't see. Oh, yeah,
Yes,
he's
Mataji, I am here.
okay. Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhuji. Thank you for the beautiful class. Just a follow-up about the discussion which was just happening. So, like we read in Prabhupada books that we should donate 50% and then 25% for yourself and 25% to the relatives. So I was just trying to understand, when you mentioned that 100% should be given, then only it's bhakti. So how do we understand this?
Very important, Mataji, to understand that I belongs to Krishna. If I belong to Krishna, whatever I do, it is for Krishna only. So for you to take care of your family is because it is Krishna gave you to take care of husband, children, or wife, or anything. You just do because you want to please Krishna. So there is nothing yours. It's all His. Whatever you do, you have to behave in a particular way so that your children or your family members, they become more closer to Krishna. You have to earn money because you need to maintain something for the family, but you do it because Krishna want me to maintain it. He gave you that service, so you belong to Krishna. If you belong to Krishna, whom you will work for? You will work for Krishna only. So where is a question of your own time? It's all Krishna's time. So any activity should make us closer to Krishna, should make your family closer to Krishna. Behave in such a way that your family becomes closer to Krishna. So that means you should be exemplary in your sadhana. You wake up in the morning, Brahma Murta, you chant, then you cook nicely and offer to Krishna because Krishna will be happy. And if Krishna is happy and if they take the, and then the prasadam which with the bhoga you offer to Krishna, then the prasadam which you give to your family members, they will be become their consciousness change, they become closer to Krishna. So ultimately everything 100% you do for Krishna only. We are not doing karma yoga like giving this person. No, karma yoga we have to purify our things. By giving it you purify, but in bhakti case you don't give anything because you only belong to Krishna. There is a question of giving something to him. Everything is his only. Your house is for him. You have to invite devotees, do kirtan, feed them prasadam because that's what Krishna wants. You have to worship the deities at home because that's Krishna wants. So everything you do 100%, you have to do it for Krishna only. We have to develop the consciousness. Why Diksha means what? Diksha means now I belong to Krishna, that's all. My life is for my Guru and Krishna. That ego need to be changed. We should not have an independent identity. We should identify ourselves with now Guru's servant. Whole day I am for him only, whole day for Krishna only. There is nothing separate for my existence. There is no way of no separate thing. Then there is a question. So in that, sometimes you get opportunity to serve in different ways. So you go to dham, you give some donation to temple because that is also Krishna's service. You give some donation to Guru Maharaj and you give some donation to some Vaishnavas because that also you want to do that service also. You want to take care of the family, but you want to do other types of service as giving donations. But ultimately it all is one purpose, just to please Krishna. So don't keep separate existence. It's all Krishna's. I hope I didn't confuse you.
Yeah, no problem. So that means indirectly, even if that is if we have donated some, some is with you, but still you're using it for for your family, but it's Krishna's family and I'm doing a service to Krishna. So indirectly, everything is being offered to Krishna.
Not indirectly, directly.
Directly, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. That's very, very nice understanding. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
You don't
Hare Krishna,
indirectly offer,
Prabhu.
you directly offer. You don't do anything for it. Now you are attending the class. You don't do it for yourself because Krishna will be happy. I'll try to understand about him. I'll serve him. He will be happy. I'll do it.
Right, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So in that situation, Prabhu, you said we have to keep the consciousness like that, whatever we are doing to please Krishna. Okay. But when the surrounding means the people, the family where we are now, if they don't have the same consciousness and they might be expecting like that, why you are working means all the time, means all the sevas, but you are not giving us the time. So in that type of situation, what should be our consciousness and how should we react, Prabhu? You said our family also belongs to Krishna. So, and we are preparing we are giving them prasadam and everything, but still that consciousness is not there yet, Prabhu. So that time, what should we keep in our mind and how we should? Sometimes it is like a struggle, Prabhu. So what should be our consciousness, Prabhu, to tackle that type of problem?
We have to develop maturity in Krishna consciousness. That is the arrangement Krishna made for you. And it is your responsibility to please your family members. Please in the sense means you have to make them become closer to Krishna. So you have to behave in such a way, if they want time, you have to give time. But when they are like Prabhuji goes to office and children are in their studies and all, that is the time you have to practice Krishna consciousness. Other times you have to spend time with them. In that way, you have to help them to become closer to Krishna. They should not feel because of Krishna we are not getting your time. So that type of feeling they are getting, then they are becoming away from Krishna. No, your responsibility is you have to you have to behave in such a way that they should appreciate devotees, they should appreciate Krishna, they should appreciate if they little bit appreciate, then they make progress. But instead of appreciating, because of our behavior they become negative, and that's why they don't make any progress. So if they are not making progress, there is some responsibility from our side. That means I am not behaving in a mature way. I understand, because I also like initially after coming to Krishna consciousness, then I understood. What I understood is all my family members are demons, and I told them, you are demons. So now what will happen? They will think, Array, previously at least he was good. Now he is behaving badly. Why? Because of ISKCON people. That's actually what happens. So people come and complain. Prabhuji, he said he will not eat non-veg, he will not eat this, he will not eat, but he is eating our brains. So that means what? The behavior is not correct. We have to be very mature. That first thing the people do is they start behaving in such a way that all the family members are wrong, only I am right. That is not actually the proper way of behaving. If you make them say feel that they are wrong and I am right, you are all demons, you are not Krishna's bhaktas, so that's why you are all demons and you are doing wrong, only I am doing right. If they get this thought, then what will they will react. How they react? They want to prove that we are right, you are wrong. So they say ISKCON people are wrong, this is wrong. So in that way there is a negativity that is developed. No, I have to behave in such a way that they become very positive about devotees. Oh, my mother was so nice. She became much more nicer after coming to Krishna consciousness. So ISKCON people are very nice. So some of them they appreciate when their children know my child was very like this, but after coming to association of devotees, he became such a nice person. And immediately whole family becomes devotees because they start appreciating. Their sukriti increases. So we should be very mature. Instead of antagonizing and making them negative, we should behave in such a way. If they don't, in front of them, we should not show no how much big devotee I am, how demonic you are. So within our eyes only, the look only they will understand. Or this person is looking me down. So then they will not be able to appreciate. But instead of that, uh, we have to say that okay, see, their shraddha is in that money and family and this movies will make me happy. Our shraddha is Krishna and Kirtan will make me happy. Now immediately we cannot expect that the shraddha will change. So we should know that okay, they have shraddha. Instead of forcing them, we try to slowly make them appreciate with our behavior. So that is where, so negative situation for us is actually for our growth. If I was telling about this caterpillar, so caterpillar want to fly, but it went to a negative situation where it made a cocoon. Cocoon means where is the question of flying, but the cocoon is needed for the butterfly to fly. Similarly for us also, we have to, Krishna keeps us in that situation so that eventually we become mature and we become more stronger in Krishna consciousness. Like that, that's a different topic, but the basically it's we who have to change our behavior and consciousness to change the situations around.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you. It gives lots of hope and the strong faith. so that we can keep on going by keeping Krishna consciousness in our mind. Thank you so much. I can see two more hand raises. Prabhu, do you have time to take the
Yeah,
questions?
I have time.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Sarita Mataji, would you like to go ahead? Please unmute yourself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Then,
Prabhuji, if somebody asks why you're taking initiation, then what will be our answer, Prabhuji? Just like we can say, just we want to connect the true identity with Krishna, is that answer? Or can we answer like that, like Jnanis, we are trapped in the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease, and Kuru shows the path and connects to Krishna. So, what is the
depends
best
on
answer
whom
for
you
that?
are giving answer, Mataji. If you are giving to new people who are outside, if you are giving to family members, or if you are giving to a devotee, if a senior devotee asks you why you want initiation, or Guru himself asks why you want initiation, so based on that, you should give answer. So if you
Okay,
are
for a
talking
devotee, we
to,
can say that to connect the true identity.
I want to serve Prabhupada and mission of Prabhupada, I want to serve Guru. So by taking initiation, I am getting the identity as a servant of my Guru. I want to serve him. I want to have an identity. I want to be accepted by him. I want to actually bhakti starts from surrender. So when you are taking initiations, you are surrendering. So in that way, you are accepting the process. You are accepting the process because the first steps is surrender. Once you surrender, then the process starts for us. And we need a guru to surrender, accept him, accept his instructions, and then he will make us help progress.
Very nicely said, Prabhuji. Very nicely said. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Umakant Prabhu, would you like to go ahead? Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Sorry, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Second question from my side. See, Prabhuji, what I see is that, people talk about sense gratification. Okay. But apart from the difference between the sense gratification and the gratification which we get from the name of Harinam is quite delayed gratification. Okay. So Harinam, if I'm doing Harinam, for example, I did my 16 rounds 1 year back. Okay. But after 1 year or 2 years, 1.5 years, I'm getting the gratification which is above my senses. Okay. But why it is like that? Sense gratification is instant, very instant. Okay, it is not delayed. But Harinam gratification is delayed. Why it is like that, Prabhuji? But actually, it should be reverse. Sense gratification is very instant. Whenever you take something, for example, if I want to have a cola, I go and have a cola, and the gratification is very instant. If I want to eat something like veg biryani, I go and have a veg biryani, the gratification is very instant. But if I take Harinam for even 17 rounds on the first day, it does not provide any. It is very difficult to get any kind of gratification out there. Why it is like that, Prabhuji, with Harinam? Why Lord has?
I'm sorry, bro. I'll mute you because you are hearing on speaker. So when I speak, now it comes resound. So the point here, no, bro, this is the question asked by Kumaras to Brahma also. He said that you made the senses and the sense objects such a match that senses will naturally get attracted to sense objects. Like eyes are there and beautiful forms are there, and ears are there, beautiful music is there, and tongue is there, and so many food items are there, and it's a perfect match also. Like when my tongue will be happily attracted to them, and I want to eat them. So then they told Kumaras told to Brahma, you are making all the living entity happy. They're trapped here because of the creation you made like this. You made the match so perfect that they're trapped. There is a question of them coming out of this situation only. So yeah, that is there. The senses are made in such a way that sense objects are made in such a way that they are already attracted. That is, and because of which what happened is we develop strong sanskaras, impressions with these material objects, and we get so much attracted to it and so much conditioned to it. And now, suddenly, after many, many, many millions of lifetimes, suddenly we get some spiritual experience. Now, to make our sanskaras to capture that spiritual experience is not so easy. It takes quite a long time. No, like Krishna is dancing on Kalia. It took almost 5 hours quite a few hours for Kalia to, all the poison from the Kalia has to go out. And then, because as soon as Krishna was jumping, the Kalia's another hood was coming. So like that, so many bad sanskaras we have. After so long dancing, then Kalia's all the poison went away and then he surrendered. So for us also, so much strong attachment we had for this. Now when the spiritual experience come, immediately it does not touch our, it does not go so deep. It is on a very superficial level. But slowly we are injecting it. The sanskaras go deeper. And then what this sanskaras, there is one a particular word used. So what happens now, they become so deep, it continues for next life also without our knowing. Then these sanskaras go back and spiritual sanskaras. That's why intense bhakti is very much needed so that the sanskaras go deeper. And these sanskaras which are at the surface, they go backwards. And we need to come to the dham and stay with the association of very serious devotees, intense practice. These are very much needed for us to hold the spiritual samskaras. It takes time because we are conditioned for many millions of lifetimes.
Okay, Prabhuji, that understood. Samskaras are very deep and it is very old also. Like even like Sanatana, I can say, because we are there since beginning only, So I think, and even if you look at the creation also, the sound, vibration and everything, it is coming from the sky, ether, and even ear formation is happening, tongue formation is happening, and even the object of senses are also forming like that. So Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, you are saying. So more of Harinam chanting. Prabhuji, that is only the way. And more of hearing the glories of Lord. And more of devotee association. And taking a shelter of a dham.
With emotional, emotions are important, bro, in that. People do it, but they do it superficially. More intense means more emotionally you are absorbed in that activity. More emotionally you are feelingly chanting, feelingly you are attending the class, you are very grateful for the opportunity to hear about Krishna. When you come to dham, you have intense feeling, oh, I am getting to be in Krishna's place. So more emotions we are involved, more absorption you get, and more the sanskaras become deeper. So it's not just doing it, it's how much how intensity means how much emotionally you are involved. More emotions means more emotion, more sanskaras. Like why in the childhood, like no ice cream and other things, still now there is an attraction because we are attached to our mother. Why? Because that emotionally we got so much from our mother, that's why we become so much attached to her. So anywhere emotion you put, you become attached, you get the deeper sanskaras. So emotionally we should do devotional practices, we get deeper sanskaras.
One question again, emotionally, I'm telling you. Nobody understands love. Okay, Prabhu. As of now, my understanding of love is very outer. I'm not saying that I understand any love. No love is there, as the love is there for the gopis. When even Uddhava went and when he had a conversation with gopis, he was astonished looking at the devotion of these gopis. Okay, so he said, at least let me be born as a creeper in the Braj. So what I'm saying, I'm just asking one few techniques, Prabhuji. For example, I go and do this emotions I cannot manifest. Neither you can give me any immunoglobulin injection to get this loving emotions for Lord Krishna. It is not possible like that. But it is some techniques like putting that raj on my head, okay, getting that soil on my head, and doing chanting in front of Tulsi, okay, Tulsi. I was doing chanting last time in the in ISKCON Tirupati, in the in the temple inside the temple also, and inside the Goshala, like that. When I was doing chanting in the Goshala, that was big. It was it was very elevating. Like Tirumala, I was doing chanting, it was elevating. Similarly, like that, any other techniques, Prabhuji, wherein these emotions can be increased, Prabhu? Can you suggest?
Yeah, bro, we should be gratitude and humility are the two emotions that we need at our level. And there is emotions of surrender. maybe I'll personally emotions of surrender is we accept that Krishna is my maintainer. Because he's my maintainer, I will do whatever is favorable to him, what is unfavorable to him, we'll reject it. We know only Krishna I should take shelter, and only I don't go to anybody. So these are the emotions which we need to develop. The emotions of Saranagati. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has a book on Saranagati. You read them. The songs will help you to develop the emotions which are needed for our practice. There are emotions of Sharanagati that are needed, and humility and gratitude. So everything is there in that book, Sharanagati. Read the songs, will help you. Very well.
Okay, Prabhuji. That book is there, no, Prabhu, you'll give me, no? That when you are back to Hyderabad. Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, Susilpa Mataji wants to ask a question.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please go ahead. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, and thank you Mataji for giving the opportunity. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, my question or kind of realization, just want to check. As an answer to Sushmita Mataji's question, you gave a beautiful answer that we have to, we shouldn't be pulling our family members or surrounders away from Krishna. Rather, we should act in a way that they would be getting closer to Krishna. So, Prabhu, at that point, we are, let's say, if I'm not treating them like a demon or so forth, but encouraging them in a way, but they wouldn't be encouraged because familiarity or whatever it is, but with Guru, with satsang and so forth, obviously they'll be inspired. But at home, for me, if I'm getting down a bit, then I get a feeling of separation. It's a little bit hard to handle that situation, that I'm trying to do more bhakti, but then I'm getting pulled. So that I don't know how to explain, but it's a little bit of a pain. Is that healthy for me, or how to look that situation?
That
For
is
my
needed. Yeah, understand. That is needed in initial stage, because if you get that hostile little bit, some situations will make you think about Krishna more and know that okay, I need to do more. What happens is, when we are told, our mind has initially the tendency, whatever we are told not to do, we want to do that activity. So when we don't get this, like many devotees from Russia, USSR, they were in very bad, means the government and everywhere the practice of bhakti was not possible in that situation. So they left the country and went to some other situations where it is favorable, but they left bhakti only. But what happened is, people who are who have resistance, then that will help them to think about Krishna more. That will make them like even little bit opportunity. The devotees in Russia, they used to say that for them, USSR, when they were there, they were not even allowed to chant. So they used to go to some hills, where nobody was there, and half an hour they used to do kirtan. And that half an hour they used to release so much. And they said, when everything was open, when we are doing kirtan, we don't get the taste now anymore. That, like, when you have resistance, and then you feel okay, now I don't have, now I don't get this, now I got association of devotees, I went to temple, I have satsang, so let me be so much absorbed in it, not to get distracted, let me be completely focused, because I have to go home, maybe I will not get this situation again, only weekly once I am getting. So you'll be very intensely absorbed, and you want to do it more intensely and more seriously. So that is maybe that is what Krishna wants for you. So you have to accept Krishna's arrangement and be grateful in that situation, and you will make more progress than when everything is in a favorable situation, because everything is favorable. So mind will say, okay, you can relax. So whatever is good for us, Krishna is arranging. He knows what is best for us. We just have to surrender to his desire and seriously practice with all our sincerity, with gratitude.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That's very true. Whenever it's a favorable situation, obviously at that point it's even more intense and more happiness. So yeah, that's very true. Thank you so very much. So can I call this or my mind thinking it as an unfavorable situation, as a kind of a sentiment or a struggle that the mind is trying to cope up to that situation, something like that.
We have to know that the situation what we are getting external is there is obstacles in my consciousness which are manifested as obstacles outside. So when I clean my consciousness, when I improve my quality of chanting, when I improve my quality of hearing, reading, then whatever I am feeling, the external obstacles, they will be changed. So it's proportionate to my state of consciousness. So work on your consciousness in the situation. It don't look practical answer, but this is a spiritual level of understanding. I am giving you this answer that any obstacle we get, I should know it's a change of consciousness. Any obstacle coming, I should know I should work here, then that will change.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense, Prabhuji. Thank you so very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for explaining so nicely. Yes, Prabhu, devotees are also thanking in the chat to you for the wonderful and inspiring class. And it is more practical class, Prabhu. Thank you so much for giving us so many tips. Thank you. So with your permission, can we end the call here, Prabhu? Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your valuable time and association to us this morning and giving an enlightening class today. And we will look forward for your association again in the future. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo
Sana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Jai
Radha Pramod
Radha Pramod Prabhuji ki
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you, dear devotees, for joining. We'll close the call. Nitya.